Hi my loves, it's Danny here, and today we're going to be talking all things Doha. Everyone knows just how much I loved going to Doha. If you haven't already watched my Doha vlog, I'll have everything tagged here so you can go ahead and check that out. I'm proud to say that I'm going back to Doha for the second time this year after going earlier this year and just being completely and utterly captivated by Qatar and Doha itself. So I wanted to share a few things that I wish I knew before I went and things I'm considering this time around when planning my second trip to Doha. So let's get straight into it. First thing I would say is that Doha as a city is not that big. So when you're considering accommodation, don't really worry about being too close to things that you want to go and visit, such as the Islamic Art Museum and things like that. You don't need your accommodation to be super close because quite frankly, the city's quite small, taxis are really easy to get, and they're actually very, very affordable in comparison to London, I would say. Secondly, is look at the facilities that you really want at your hotel. So I stayed at the Ned the first time that I went. I absolutely loved the gym there, the pool there, the restaurants that were on site. I thought it was an absolutely beautiful hotel, and I think the facilities were incredible, so I definitely recommend it. However, this time around, I am going to be looking at a hotel that has a beach because it's going to be a little bit cooler than when I went earlier in the year. So I'm hoping that maybe, potentially, I'll be able to sit on the beach this time. Who knows, I might get there and think it's way too hot. But again, I'm not really thinking about the location of the hotel being super close to things. I'm thinking more about the facilities that I would really like at the hotel. The third thing I would say, which is something that I definitely saw and I completely forgot about until I landed in Doha, which you would have seen in the vlog that I posted when I was there. You cannot use the Uber app at Doha airport. It's not a big deal. There's other apps you can use. I'll have everything on screen that you should download before you get to Doha if you are looking for a taxi. Again, the local taxi provider is very affordable, super reliable, very safe as well. But just don't get to Doha airport like me and then remember, oh God, I can't use the Uber app, can I? I need to download something else. Just be prepared and download it before you get on the aeroplane and save yourself trying to connect to Wi-Fi, using your eSIM, all that malarkey. Just sort it out before you get there. Of course, as always, an eSIM is the most effective and efficient way of having phone connectivity throughout Qatar. For me personally, my UK provider was absolutely insanely expensive. When I go on holiday, I always use Ola eSIMs. They're very affordable, super reliable, and again, that's what I use in Doha as well. I love the fact that I was able to use my phone completely as normal, be that to look on Google Maps, check for recommendations of restaurants, go on TikTok, share things on social media with you guys, of course. So yeah, I think having an eSIM is super valuable, and it's way more affordable than letting your phone contract bill come through when you get home and being absolutely disgusted at how expensive it is. Another thing I would say is everyone is so kind and welcoming in Doha. I didn't have a single negative interaction with anyone there, and I know a lot of people have sent me personal DMs after watching my vlog asking, did I feel safe, especially as a solo black woman traveling in Qatar. I felt completely safe there. Everyone was extremely respectful, super nice. That being said, I feel that I am always a very respectful traveler. Well, I try to be as much so as well. So make sure you are respecting local laws, local traditions, be that from covering your head, wearing appropriate clothing. Everyone was super kind to me. I think that people really love the fact that I was wearing my abaya, I was covering my head, I was being respectful, and I was also going and learning a lot about the culture, which for me is one of the most important things when you travel. Like, I want to go, I want to be immersed, I want to learn about these people's way of life and the history that the country's been through. Qatar is extremely affordable. I don't think I actually really understood just how affordable it was until I got there. I think the most expensive restaurant I ate at by myself, obviously without an alcoholic drink, was about £30, which personally, in my experience, if you live in a big city like me, that is not eye-wateringly expensive. It's not cheap, but it's not eye-wateringly expensive. The museums are affordable, most of the restaurants and cafes, the transportation is super affordable as well. And I will say as well, the standard of the hotel, what you get, in comparison to going to another city such as Dubai, LA, New York, even London, you get way more for your money. The 5-star hotels there are absolutely exceptional, the service is incredible, and the price is way more affordable than some other popular holiday destinations. Do not plan to do the main tourist attractions all on one day. I don't know why I thought in my head it was a good idea to do all of my museums as close together as possible. Don't do that, especially if you're going for a prolonged period of time. It's very different if you're doing a layover in Doha. I completely understand why you try to do as many things as possible close together. But if you're there for a week, such as I was, and I will be for the next time that I go back, I will be spacing my tourist attractions out because quite frankly, you can spend a very long time there, especially on a hot day. It's really nice to do something that's inside, that's air conditioned when you're learning and seeing things about a country, when you don't need to rush outside. So for me, I booked things way too close together. So I had to kind of leave some museums in time to get to the next one for the time that I booked the slot for. And I just wish I hadn't done that because I had enough time through the whole of my stay to do one this day, one the next day, one the day after that. But I think in my head, I was thinking, oh, you know, as a traveler, you're thinking, wow, if I'm going to be traveling to and from my hotel, maybe I should do as many things in that region all together on one day. Personally, I would say in Qatar, in Doha in particular, you do not need to do this because the transport's super efficient, it's super affordable, that you can go back and forth to the same areas a few times during your stay and still access these museums and tourist attractions without feeling the need to go all in one day. Spread it out, take your time. The pace of the city is very, very slow. And I think that I came with a London mentality thinking, get things done as soon as possible, when you just don't need to do that there. Finally, I would say you do not need to book your travel to Qatar super far in advance. I feel like this is becoming my new spontaneous holiday destination because quite frankly, the flights are pretty affordable from the UK. So if you are someone that's from the UK thinking, oh, should I? Honestly, this is the best place to go for a last minute trip. The flight is about 6 hours. It's not super long. The weather is guaranteed pretty much to be incredible. Hotels are pretty affordable and a very good standard. The food is great. Again, it's quite affordable, especially in comparison to London for the standard of food that you're getting. I cannot recommend enough if you are thinking last minute, should I go? Absolutely go for it. I was looking the week before last and I was like, oh, you know, it's a bit of a quiet week here. Maybe I should go on a trip. And I have some points that I've been acquiring with British Airways. You guys know I try to fly with the One World Alliance group as often as possible, just so I can get my Avios points and reuse them for other trips. British Airways had return flights with my points for less than £100. And I was like, should I just go to Doha the next week? Because it really is that place that you can go quite spontaneously. And I'm really, really excited for more people to go experience Qatari culture, learn more about Qatari culture, and also enjoy the city of Doha. So if you are considering a trip, I hope this video has been useful to help you understand the things that you should know before going, planning your trip, understanding the locations and stuff. Honestly, don't sweat the small stuff too much. Get there, have an amazing time, and I hope you feel as extremely relaxed and in love with the place as I do, and I cannot wait to go back. Feel free to leave me any questions down below. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please don't forget to hit subscribe. I post videos here on YouTube on Tuesdays and Sundays, a lot of travel, a lot of beauty content as well, so I think you're gonna be interested in that. I hope to see you very soon. Take care and best of luck with your trip. Bye.